morning. I want to say good morning to everyone. This is a pre-recorded video as we did not have our live session on today. There seemed to be some issues also with the meeting ID for the GoTo meeting, so I basically kind of had to set up my own account in order to be able to record this video for you all. So I ask that you just please bear with me. I may have to do the same thing on next week. Again, I'm not sure what's going on with the current ID that has been available for our previous GoTo meetings, but it's okay. We'll get through it. It's just a technical issue, and we will get through it. Maintain. And so what I want to do is go over what you can expect for this week in the class. And so we're actually on week 3. And so this week in week 3, we're still focusing on risk management, but it's more into strategies to reduce liability in your workforce or work facility, risk management in high-risk hospital departments, risk management for infection control programs, and you're going to read about risk management in psychiatry. Okay, so make sure that you're reading your homework, reading your chapters for this week, which will be chapters 11 through 15. In addition to that, you will have homework questions that are also chapters 11 through 15. I have opened up all the homework for the week. So whereas you may see the day 10, 11, and 12 open after today, just know that the only thing you're going to be able to really work on will be the homework. The daily assignments, you won't see them until the day that it's time for them to open up. So I want to spend a few minutes talking about what's happening today. And then, as I mentioned before, I want to talk about what's happening for the week. So in regards to what's happening today, so for today, you have a brand new discussion, discussion number 5. And actually in discussion number 5, it go ahead and puts us in our discussion on OSHA. You're going to actually do an activity in OSHA this week. You're going to complete some training modules in OSHA, but your discussion is all based on that. And so you have a couple of questions for today that you're going to read, answer, and then tomorrow you'll reply to your peers' responses, including mine. And then on Wednesday, you'll finish up this discussion with 2 brand new questions, still focusing on OSHA. So if you remember a little bit about OSHA, OSHA is the department that pretty much deals with making sure facilities provide safe environment for employees. So what do I mean by that? They have to make sure that you have good running water. Have to make sure that you have no physical hazards, no chemical hazards, no biohazards. That's what OSHA is for. They fight for us as employees to make sure that the individuals you're working for has maintained or has provided for you a safe environment in order for you to work. So OSHA is not just focused on making sure safety is there for patients, but they're also focused on making sure safety is there for employees. That's their main focal point. They work closely with Joint Commission. They work closely with health departments. They work closely with risk management departments. They work closely with infection control departments, because all of these individuals are all in regards to your safety as an employee, and also for the safety of patients and their families. So every time you go to a medical facility of any sort, doctor's office, hospital, it doesn't matter, outpatient, it doesn't matter. Your job is to make sure, their job, OSHA's job, is to make sure that facility is safe for you. If it's not, there are steps that you follow in order to make a complaint if you need to. And then there are also things that they will do to ensure that that facility, if it's not up to par like it should be, that facility comes into compliance. So when you're reading your questions for your threaded discussion, I want you to think about the question, and I want you to use critical thinking skills when you're actually answering the questions, okay? Now, just keep in mind, if you have to research anything online, make sure you give me the citation of where you're getting that information, preferably an APA citation. Okay, don't be out here just quoting other folks' work as your own, and it's not your own. So you got to give the credit to whom the credit is due, okay? Of course, you have our GoToMeeting. This is a recorded video. It is going to be uploaded under day 9. And then up under the link that says GoToMeeting, you have your journal that's also due. The journal you'll have until tomorrow night to submit your journal for this week's GoToMeeting. And then on today, the biggest thing that you're doing today is your midterm exam. I think it's about 50 questions. I already have it open and available to you. It has to be completed by tonight, October 16th. You have a midterm evaluation. As long as you can complete that evaluation by tomorrow, you're good. If you choose not to complete the evaluation, it's okay. All I ask is that you do it. There's no points for it. It's just a way for you to evaluate so far how the class is going, okay? I know that you all have been taking online classes for the last 4 or 5 months. I know that it can be overwhelming. It can be a lot. Learning on, pretty much kind of learning on your own. You're just kind of out there on your own. I try to guide you as much as I can. So, use the evaluation, give your feedback. Chapter 11 and 12 homework is listed under day 9. Again, as a reminder, our homework is due on Saturday. Under day 10, you're going to have homework for chapter 13 that you'll see. Under day 11, you're going to see homework for chapter 14. And under day 12, you're going to see homework for chapter 15. Okay? So that's pretty much kind of what you're going to be doing for today and the homework for the week. What I want to discuss now real briefly is the assignment that you're going to have to do for the OSHA training modules. So I do want you to listen really closely to me. So for the OSHA modules, you're actually going to have a document in DocSharing that's going to give you step-by-step instructions of what you should be doing. Okay? Now, in those step-by-step instructions, basically what you're doing, you're going to go to a website, and I have provided the website inside of the Word document. If you hit the control key, and then take your mouse and click on that website all at the same time. If you click on the website while you're pressing the control key, it should take you straight to the website. If it does not, copy and paste the link into a browser, and you can go in it that way. That same link is also in the bibliography of the class. And so you'll click on bibliography and you'll see something that says OSHA website. You can also go there to get the modules that you need to get. So let's see. Wait 1 second. So I thought I put. So I don't see the link in the bibliography. So what I'll do, I'll make sure I go and actually put that link there so that you'll have the link over in bibliography. I can actually do that now while I'm on the call with you all. So give me one moment and let me go in here. And it's going to say, this is an activity that you're going to do on day 12. So the name of the entry is going to say OSHA Day 12 Activity. And I'm putting the address in, the web address. And for the description, I'm putting use this link to access the website for OSHA for Day 12. All right, now it's in there. So you have that link on the Word document, you have it in bibliography, and you can also copy and paste into a browser to get to the site. So you get to the site. When you get to the site, that it takes you to, you're going to see about 6 modules listed. The 3 that I want you to do are listed in the Word document. It's going to be hazard communication, personal protective equipment, and back safety. You have to have what you're going to do is go through each module. You're going to read all of the material, and then you're going to take the course tests. When you get ready to take the course test, you're actually going to, the very first page that you're going to see, it's going to have the name of the test, and it's going to ask you for your first name, your last name, social security number or employee number, and then a box that says your score will be mailed to, and it's going to have the word no. So pay close attention to what I want. In that box, you're going to put your first name and last name. You're not going to put your social security number. You're going to put your student ID number in that box. And then in the box that says your score will be mailed to, and it has the word null, you're going to take out the word null, and you're going to put my email address. That email address is in the Word document. It's going to be tgaines@brownmackey.edu. So when you're looking at the instructions on the Word document, if you will read the instructions step by step, it tells you what to do, okay? For starters, you got to have a 70% or higher in order to pass every module and receive the credit. Okay? Now, you can take the test as many times as you want to, but you got to have a 70% or above. So if you take it twice and you get a 65 or a 68 and you just decide you don't want to take it anymore, that's fine, but you will not get credit for that particular module. And it's going to be counted off in points. All right, so the instructions also tell you that you must email me the scores for each module, and you must screenshot your scores to me and submit that into the Dropbox. So you're going to be doing 2 things. You've got to email me your scores, and then you have to screenshot your scores to me. So what does that mean? That means that, and I have an ABC listed on the Word document. So for A, when you get ready to email me the scores, you're going to fill out that box, that page that you're going to come to, put your first name and last name, and I'm telling you this in the Word document. You're going to use your student ID number, and then it tells you to mail the scores to tgaines@brownmackey.edu. You have to take out the word no, otherwise it will not come to me. I'm going to say that again. You must take out the word null or it will not come to me. Okay? And then you're going to put your passing scores in the designated Dropbox. These are going to be your screenshots. Okay? You got to put your screenshots in the Dropbox. So what does that mean? That means once you fill out that box that asks you for first name, last name, student ID. It'll say employee number or social security. You just know you put student ID. And it'll say your score will be mailed to. You put my email address. Take out the word null, put my email address. On that sheet at the bottom, it's going to tell you how many questions are on the test. And it's going to tell you that the pass mark is 70%. Or it may tell you something different, but it'll at least say the pass mark is 70%. It may say the pass mark is 80%. But what you got to do, you got to make sure you fill out those boxes or the scores will not come to me. Why am I having the scores emailed to me? Because I am comparing your email score with your screenshot score. And if they are not matching, you will not get credit for that module. So guess what? You can't email me a score of, you can't email me a score of 68% that show you didn't pass a module, but you screenshot me a score of 80%. That's a discrepancy. Okay? That's a discrepancy right there, and you cannot do that. And then you cannot type your scores in the Dropbox. You must email me your scores, and you must send me screenshots. So the way you do screenshot, that depends on if you're on a laptop or a desktop. Most of them have just a print screen button. You hit the print screen button one time, open up the Word document, open up a Word document, and then right click and hit paste. I'm going to say that again. Most of the time you just hit the print screen button, open up a Word document, right click and hit paste. And that will paste that screenshot in that Word document, and then you just send that document to me as an attachment. You cannot type scores in a Dropbox. You cannot do that. You can't email me no score of, again, 68%, but you're going to type in the Dropbox, you got 80% or 100%. No, you cannot do that. I need to see the screenshot of the score that you got. I need to see it. So you cannot do that. If there is a discrepancy and they do not match, I will not give you credit for that module. Now, if you got to retake modules over and over and over again, yes, every time you open up that module and retake that test, you're going to have to email me that. I am aware that I will get a whole lot of emails. That's okay. Because if I don't get an email and the only thing you send me is a screenshot, you're not going to get credit. You have to do both. Okay? I must have a screenshot and I must have an email. So when you're looking at the Word document, it tells you A, B, and C. And on C, I have it in yellow, big, bold. Please note, you must email me the scores for each module each time you take the test in order to receive credit for the module. The email score and the score in the Dropbox must match in order to receive credit for the module. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to take 3 safety modules on OSHA. Hazard communication, personal protective equipment, back safety. I am asking you, read the instructions in the Word document. You won't have an issue. Read the instructions in the Word document. You will not have an issue. It's not hard to do, but you've got to read the instructions. So before you send me any questions, email me anything, before you do any of that, read the document. Read it twice so that you read it one for informational purposes, read it again for clarity. And then if you still don't understand, reach out to me. But please do not ask any questions until after you've read the instructions, okay? So I shouldn't be getting questions like, okay, so what email address we send it to? It's in the Word document. Okay, so which modules do we do? It's in the Word document. So what our score have to be? It's in the Word document. Got to read the instructions. Okay, you have to read the instructions. You need help with print screen. Basically, most of the time you just hit the print screen button. Whether you're on a desktop or a laptop, you hit the button once, open up a Word document, right click, and it'll paste that screenshot in that Word document, and then you send me that document as an attachment. Okay, so that's pretty much kind of what you're going to be doing for your OSHA activity. And then you just got some other activities, like tomorrow you're going to do some, you're going to do an activity on workplace violence. But prior to that, you're going to do an activity on patient theft. We did employee theft on day 8. But tomorrow, you're actually going to do one on patient theft. And then on Wednesday, you're going to do an activity on workplace violence. And then on Thursday, you're going to do the OSHA training modules. Okay, that's your lineup for this week. And again, All of the instructions will be in DocShare. So that pretty much concludes our go-to meeting for today. I do apologize that it was a little longer than what I intended for it to be, but I appreciate your attention while listening to this video. And so again, the video will be uploaded under day 9 go-to meeting. And you can also submit your journal either tonight or tomorrow night. And remember, when you don't submit a journal, you don't get credit for the go-to meeting. Even if you say, I listened to the video, because you did not submit a journal, I don't know that you listened to the video. And in that journal, you got to make sure that what you submit to me as 3 things from the video, it has to be things I talked about from the video that's posted for this week. So whatever I talked about in the video for today, October the 16th, your journal should reflect those things when you submit your journal by Tuesday night. I hope that each of you have a wonderful week. Reach out to me if you have questions. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye.